Imagine a world where there is no more breathable air, with a smog so thick it burns your eyes. The once clean waters that flowed in our rivers have now been taken over by pollution. How did this happen? How did we let it get this far? So to say, we only have 12 years before we can no longer reverse the pollution and global warming that we caused. But is there anything being done about this? The answer is yes. In many places around the United States, there are being tests done that are trying to find an environmental solution using hemp. I have looked at multiple different studies, and I have found that hemp is the answer to many of our problems. Since doing school to career at NRCS, I have found that hemp is on the rise in Iowa. Today, I would like to share with you some of the products made from hemp and the environmental and economic impacts it has. But before we can do anything with hemp, we need to know how to grow it. Industrial hemp is not picky about the type of soil it is planted into, but the heavier the soil is, the higher the yields will be. In Northwest Iowa, we have a heavier soil that would allow us to grow a good crop of hemp with amazing yields. Since we have the right kind of soil, we can then decide whether we want to harvest seed or fibers. According to Narash Bhatt from Climate Collab, if all industrial hemp must be planted when the ground is above 46 degrees, meaning you can plant as early as the end of April, depending on the weather. Bhatt goes on to say that the seeds begin to grow 5 to 7 days after being planted, and then tend to yield higher when they grow in warm, humid climates. The very common crop of corn also starts out the same way, meaning it would be entirely possible to grow a good yielding crop of hemp in our area. Hemp needs a steady irrigation for the first 6 weeks after sprouting. The U.S. climate data states that if you look at the amount of rain from May to June, you would see the percentage is higher than any of the other months, meaning that if you don't have an irrigation system, no worries, because nature naturally supplies you with the amount of water you would need for a good crop. Brian Barth from Modern Farmer states that a positive thing for farmers when planting hemp is that they wouldn't have to invest any money in herbicides or pesticides. Because the plants grow taller and faster, they are beating out competing plants, and bugs in general just tend not to like hemp. If you are growing hemp for the fibers, the growing time before harvest is 70 to 90 days, whereas the seeds growing time before harvest is 100 to 120 days, which is the same length as corn, according to Bhatt and Jan Solaski from Industrial Hemp Harvest Storage. Solaski goes on to say that when you harvest seeds, the best way is by combining with a soybean head, and whereas harvesting for fibers, the best way to do this is with a sickle bar mower or a disc vine. A swather can also be used, but only if the crop is shorter. Storage and drying of the hemp seeds is very similar to what farmers are currently doing with their grain. Hemp seeds must be dried down to an 8% and then stored in either a large grain bin or multiple hopper bins. When you harvest the fibers, though, you either can cut and bale, or you can let them rest for 21 to 28 days and then bale them. After you have harvested the fibers, you can then bring them to a processing plant where they are stripped and made into an assortment of many things. The seeds, though, are not made into anything. They're just sold as seeds, like sunflower seeds. This is a bag of hemp seed that you can buy in some stores. You can use them in smoothies, bars, and multiple other foods. The seeds are made up of a lot of vitamins that our body needs, including vitamin A, vitamin B1, B2, B3, B5, B6, vitamin D, vitamin E, and are included in the omega-3 and 6 groups. Genevieve Howland from Mama Natural states that the fiber seeds can help solve digestive problems and can help curb cravings. One use for hemp fibers is CBD oil. CBD oil possesses the same health benefits as the seeds. The oil is used in many lotions, stated by Queen City Hemp. The fibers are also made into multiple other things as well, including clothing. This type of fabric is much stronger than cotton. Hemp is so strong it has even been used in construction to make rope, boat sails, and even a type of concrete. This is rope made from hemp. It is twisted together and is extremely strong. Another benefit of hemp is paper. This type of paper is stronger than tree paper and can be recycled more times. Some of the most important documents in history have been written on hemp paper, including the Declaration of Independence. If we use hemp paper more often, we will need to cut down less trees. Another ongoing problem in our world is pollution due to non-degradable plastics. It has been found that a strong plastic can be made from hemp that is biodegradable, and it biodegrades completely, which is helping the environment. These are just a couple of the purposes from the thousands that hemp is used for. When we start to use hemp, we will begin to see things change for the better economically and environmentally. In 2017, there was a total of 23,343 acres planted in the United States alone. And in 2018, that number rose to 77,000 acres in total. Brittany Hunter from FFE states that after the United States government made it legal for people to grow industrial hemp, many states followed and passed similar laws, which encouraged more acres to be planted. A farmer by the name of Brent Cornett from Kentucky states that for the past 3 years, he has been replacing his tobacco crop with hemp. He states that although there are plenty of challenges with a new crop, as of today, a mediocre hemp crop is yielding better in return than an excellent tobacco crop. He also goes on to say that he has increased the number of hemp acres from 20 to 85 as of 2018. The price you sell your crop for depends upon what you are harvesting. For seed, you could make anywhere from $250 to $300 per acre after expenses are paid. When you are looking to harvest fiber, you can make a profit of around $480 per acre after all the expenses are paid as well. If you want to get into the CBD oil business, you could be making anywhere from $2,500 to $75,000 per acre, according to Fallon Hanley from Bonafide Seeds. Now, if you look at the environmental impacts, I will be sharing two certain ones. First, hemp is proven to take larger amounts of carbon dioxide out of the air than most other plants. This could lead to the end of global warming, according to administration of hemp meds. Second, planting hemp increases the number of microorganisms living in the ground, which is increasing the health of your soil, according to Nirash Bhatt from Climate Collab. In conclusion, by taking these small steps of planting industrial hemp, we are one step closer to saving our planet. Hemp is a product of the future, and we need more people to get this business rolling. I encourage you to support the hemp industry by voting yes to bring this crop into our area, or go one step farther and plant this crop yourself. Thank you for listening.